Spectrum is the term used to describe broadcast frequencies and signals used by TV, radio and telecoms for communication. The spectrum is a vastly contested space which service providers vie for. Last year, ICASA auctioned off the spectrum to the tune of more than 14 billion rand. Vodacom and MTN, South Africa's biggest network companies, bought the lion's share of that space. The committee is, however, concerned with how service providers are managing the space and the cost at which it comes for consumers.
It has reached a level of not an abuse, I would say a brutal exploitation of the poorest of the poor. Our country is one of the few that charges exorbitant pricing when it comes to data. And the brutality of it is that, we are a country that has high level of unemployment, and people who seek employment have to communicate through, these services, and they require a data that is reasonable in terms of price.
Deputy Minister of Communication, Phali Mapulane, says the department is as concerned.
The issue of the cost of data, particularly mobile data, is one issue that we are facing a potential revolution in the country. So data has become a serious commodity, which we must make sure that it's accessible.
Poor network and connectivity, especially in rural areas, is another concern.
If we can have a rapid assurance of that there is signal, there's network, and people have access, to the net in a manner that it's not something that is a substandard. Like with speed is good, everything is actually upside-cop, if I may put it that way. So that's what we require here.
Makiva called on ICASA to put pressure on the companies it gave licenses to. ICASA says operators will be given targets with timelines set to ensure better services are covered and costs are reduced.
Access to additional spectrum enables network operators to optimize network deployments, improve coverage, increase capacity, and enhance the quality of service. These benefits can lead to cost savings in the long run and a more efficient use of resources. And access to additional spectrum can have a positive impact on cost of data.
The committee says it's aware ICASA has a mammoth task ahead. It says investment in infrastructure dealing with coverage should be forced and has called on the entity to put its foot down to make sure service providers are meeting their obligations to consumers. Abra Barbia, SABC News, Parliament.